Everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to another episode of Weconomix.
Yes, and today we are going to discuss the trade war.
Yes, I'm sure you've heard over and over again. You've been
Right.
afraid, and you've not been afraid, and then you've been afraid again.
But what's
we don't
going
know.
on?
We have no idea.
Right.
We're supposed to talk about how it's impacting us, but does anyone ever know?
Yes, exactly. So, as far as the way I'm looking at it right now, I think this is the IDK trade war, the I don't know trade war.
Yes, in case you're wondering, it's not a very powerful term that was invented by the Trump administration. It's our name.
Yes. Okay. Because there's so many I don't knows, right? And everything about this trade war is about uncertainty. And in fact, the U.S. Secretary of what's Scott Bessent?
Secretary of Treasury.
Secretary of Treasury, right? Scott Bessent. He mentioned strategic uncertainty. Okay.
What does it mean?
As far as I'm concerned, as far as trade goes means, strategic uncertainty means, I don't know.
Yeah. It's the most fanciest word of saying, hope to God.
Right, exactly.
We have no idea what's happening.
Yeah, strategic uncertainty, when you say you're using it in a war, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. In fact, trade war, to me, makes no sense.
Right,
It's
exactly.
like two words
right.
that you put together that are, it's almost like an oxymoron. They have such different
They're pulling
reasons.
different sides, yeah.
Okay, trade brings people together. War splits people up.
I'll destroy you.
Exactly. Because by nature, trade is always a win-win situation, right? Usually everyone comes out of a trade very happy. Because it's...
At least they accept it.
Accept it.
Yeah.
It's fair value. Okay, it's value
What the
for
market
value.
says, it is what it is.
Yeah, since the days of barter system, right? Okay.
Barter is meant to be, I give you, you give me.
Yeah, like, okay, Arul, I have Pokemon cards. Okay, I want one of the cards that you have that I don't have, but you have two of those Pokemons.
Yes, I don't need two.
Right.
I do want what you want.
Right.
You have what I want.
Okay, so let's make a deal.
Yes.
Okay?
So now I'm happy. I'm in a better place than I was before.
Right.
And you're in a better place than you were
Yeah.
before.
Okay, so you give me the card. What do you want in return?
Yes. If you take it and don't give me anything in return, that's stealing.
Yeah. So, okay, I can sweeten the deal for you. Okay, I'll give you 25 ringgit. Okay, fair value?
Okay.
You agree? Agreed? Okay, we have a trade.
Yes.
Okay, I got something I want. You got something you want. That's always been what trade is, right?
And it's a growth. That's why you grow, because
Yes.
you have the same thing. The same thing might not be what you want. But
Exactly.
now you have a variety of things because
Right.
trading.
It's trading, right? It's trading. It's if we are trading in a situation where one party is happier and one party is not happy, it's a win-lose situation. That's 100% not a trade.
Yeah.
Okay,
And you'll stop
this-
trading.
you'll
One
stop
party will stop
trading.
trading.
Yes,
you can't trade, the other
absolutely.
party stops.
Exactly. So when you say trade war, that means you're looking for a winner and loser. Who wants to lose in a trade?
Yeah, because then you have less.
Yes.
Or you
right,
cannot do
right,
anything.
Right. So the way it's being portrayed, right? Even with the deficits, that so-called trade deficit, there's no trade deficit. You bought some stuff. You paid money for it, right? You paid money, you got the stuff, and that stuff you have agreed is fair value for the money you have paid, right? So it's a win-win situation. No one is upset about it, right? So what's the need now for a trade reset or a trade war? It just makes no sense that, just as everything is recovering in this, 2025, we came out of this pandemic really battered as far as trade is concerned, right? There's inflation all over the world. Even here in Malaysia, we got hit with really bad inflation, right? Almost, I think, goods from pre-pandemic, right? Our groceries went up 60%. Right?
With the
And it's
construction
still
material
there.
and all,
That's construction material, everything went up, right? And it's there. But in a sense, we've gotten used to it, and we've adapted. We are coming to a new normal, and we are ready to grow, right? We are ready, looking forward to
The
because
next
this
phase.
is what,
Yeah.
and this is what.
It's a bounce back, and we're now ready to move on to the next.
Yes, and even experts also said, okay, actually from 2022, they were saying 2025 is when we are going to, the economies are going to go back to the pre-pandemic levels. It's going to take 3 years for us to recover. And so here we are, but
But we want to recover even longer, I think.
Right.
And this wasn't an issue. Like,
Right.
the US stock prices are not going down because of trade deficit.
Right.
It wasn't a pending issue that was causing any problems.
No,
now.
it's one of the things that I feel that personally is just wrong is when, the US, the Trump administration says that we, those outside the US, have been ripping the United States off.
Yeah.
How have we been ripping you off?
Is America poor?
Yeah,
Is this-
the richest, easily US is the richest country in the world, has the most number of rich people, right?
Yes.
Right? Any other country has richer people than the United States?
And they consist of what almost a third of the billionaires in the world, I think, live there.
Right. Okay, so you have hyper rich people. US has the most powerful military in the world. Everybody respects that.
And they've been number one for how long?
Yes,
They've been winning for
exactly.
how long?
That's right.
What
And-
happened? Yeah.
And on top of that, also, we, right, the rest of the world, allows US to claim that the president of the United States is the most powerful person in the world.
They've earned that space.
They've earned it, and we can give him that,
And
whoever that is.
We have
Yeah,
not really
right.
complained about
Right,
it, and it's
right. So, from as far as what this trade war is doing, I just see this as something that is going to weaken America. I just can't see it. Of course, I hope things get better, right?
hope the pause becomes stop. Yeah.
I
We don't know.
yeah, we don't know what's going to
Again,
happen.
so it's IDK.
It's the IDK Trade
This
War.
is
right?
IDK podcast.
Right. We don't know. There's strategic uncertainty in play
Yes.
here, because we are waiting for an ambush or a surprise.
I can't
or-
imagine using that word in my daily life.
No.
Did you lose money? No, it was a strategic uncertainty. That's what it
Right.
was.
Right. So anyway, as far as this trade war goes, Malaysia, our GDP, 10%, at least about 10% of our GDP, I think, depends on United States
I
trade.
think about 30, 40 billion. And
Yeah,
make
30
it
to
10.
40 billion. Our GDP,
About 360, 370, I think.
370 billion. So
US dollars.
yes,
course.
so a bit less than 10%, but still, a huge amount.
It's very close.
Right, and
10% chunk.
again, Malaysia as a country, part of Southeast Asia, we are all people who like to shake hands. We are not people who like to retaliate and go to war. We can come to an agreement. And in fact, Malaysia was one of the first countries to send a delegation, I think almost the next day. Tengku Zafrul went over with a delegation to meet representatives in the White House, So, anything came out of it, Arul?
Nope.
I don't know.
have no idea. I knew he went for the
Yes.
trip. I
Right.
think he's back.
Oh, hey,
I
he's
don't
back.
know.
He's
Yeah.
definitely back. Yeah.
But other than that, I have no information.
we have no idea what
I
happened
don't
in
know
that.
if it's a private discussion or
Right, exactly.
But I don't think trade can be a private discussion. I think we
Yeah,
all should know.
yeah.
But let's
So-
see. I guess again, I don't know.
Right.
Tengku Zafrul also probably doesn't know.
Yes, exactly. So the strategic uncertainty has, gone from doing 90 deals in 90 days to the fact that it's impossible to do 90 deals in 90 days, and the White House is just going to send out letters to the rest of the world saying, okay, this is your tariff, all right? So take it, or I guess leave it. I don't know, because we are not paying the tariffs.
Yeah. Nobody knows who's going to pay a tariff.
No, come on. Who pays the tariffs?
Which
It's
part?
always the importer that pays the tariffs.
Yeah, but which part of the importer? Like whether it's when he built it, or whether the reseller. We don't know which part is going to be taxed first.
No, whoever goes to the port and picks up this one, there's a bill that comes with the
But
port,
he would
right?
pass that bill to other people as well, right? No.
No, so what you're talking about is basically how they manage the tariffs in their profits, right? How they pass it on to the rest
How
of
they
the line.
distribute that-
right?
that-
Okay. But as far as who pays the tariffs, it's always the importer, right? The person who brings the goods in, they go to the port, they accept delivery, and they pay the tariff over there. Okay, if I as an exporter pay the tariffs, I have to report that to my government.
Yeah.
Okay, as my cost. Okay, that means I will have to pay, if the government agrees, lesser tax to my government.
Yeah, because you
On the
really tax
profit.
me here.
Yeah, right. So I cannot pay two taxes. So, and usually where you're importing from is the factory direct price, right? It will be the lowest, your lowest margin will be there. The smallest margin will be coming out of the factory, right? So usually asking the factory to reduce their price is very difficult.
Okay.
Okay.
How far do you want to go? You know?
Right. There's only way for the importer not to pay the tariffs is to pad along the way, transport cost and all of that.
Somehow find some.
I mean, that's all illegal,
Yeah.
If you get caught doing that, then you have to pay a price for that, right? So
double price.
yeah, so it's not worth it, right? So anyway, all things being equal, I hope US just kind of glances over Malaysia and says, okay, Malaysia is okay. Because, you have to remember, we remember President Trump said that those who didn't retaliate will be seen favorably. We not only didn't retaliate, we sent a delegation over,
Yes.
to, and yeah,
We did everything by the books in terms of
Yes,
nice,
yeah.
polite,
Right.
kind.
Exactly.
All the gestures we covered.
Right. So we'll see what comes out of
If it's still a
all
high
of that.
tax, then I don't know what we're going to do. I mean,
Yeah.
I hope the whole world also gets
Yes.
good treatment.
Yes.
But, as we are Malaysians, we're just looking at our...
Did you hear the news about what Vietnam has proposed?
No?
It's amazing. So Vietnam is offering to the Trump organization to build a Trump Tower in Ho Chi Minh City.
What kind of old school bribe is it? I mean,
it works, right?
I mean,
it works.
tariff is an old school thought.
Right.
Tariff is a very. I've studied tariffs when I was in uni. We still have small tariffs, lah.
Right,
But very
yes.
very big tariffs was in a very different time and age, and the way Vietnam's approaching this sounds like those time and age. Dear King, I'll give you a trophy. I'll give you a gold statue or something.
Right.
Just leave me alone, King.
Yes, absolutely.
It's the same strategy as
Exactly. Because that seems to be why. Both the President Trump's Middle East trip, right, to the three countries, UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Qatar, right?
Qatar,
right? Qatar, okay, Qatar. So they are all doing deals with the Trump organization, real estate deals and stuff like that and all that. And he's very happy with them. Okay, it looks like the whole Trump administration is actually quite happy with all of that. And Vietnam is just taking that playbook and they're seeing how that's going to help them
over
out.
with.
And I'm, it works for them. I'm happy for them.
Yeah, then
Right.
then we'll have a Trump Tower in every country.
Yeah,
All the towers will connect, and we'll have a unified world in some way.
Right. So anyway, we will see how the trade war plays on. Okay, as far as I can see, right now in Malaysia, we don't feel it so much, right?
We
I
also,
think
if we
for
do,
a
we don't
while,
know.
for a while, we could see, when you go to
Some
diners,
panic lah, some panic
a
pricing.
little bit in the beginning, I think, before
pe-
April 2nd.
People just preparing, basically.
Preparing and all that. And then after that, now it's kind of like a relief. I don't know, because of...
Very selected few and very minimal, so
Yeah.
hard to really draw.
Again,
to change.
we don't know what's going to happen. Everyone seems to be just waiting on...
the pause to expire.
Yeah, pause to expire.
What's the new
Right.
news? Also, we don't know.
Yeah.
You could be 9-day paused. You could say in one more week the pause is going to be. They also tell us what these pauses mean.
Exactly. So we see what's going to happen there. Then we can probably see what's going to happen when the 90-day pause for all these trade tariffs.
The indication,
happens, right? It's an indication. Yeah.
These pauses are basically. I've decided something, but then I realized that I cannot decide it. So I'm not going to decide anything now. Let me get back to you in 90 days.
Yeah, no, but this time is different, Arul. This time, they are supposed to send letters.
Through pigeons?
I don't
letters.
know. Right. So it seems Mr. Scott Bessent and Mr. Howard Lutnick are going to be writing personal letters to all the countries and sending it to them.
See, this really is old school, huh? Tariff is old school. Vietnam sending gifts to the king is old school. The sending letters through, I don't know, birds or postmen, I don't know what. It's old school. This
Right.
is
Right.
It's a throwback now for
again,
us.
yeah, no. In a sense, Trump, he's also said that the golden age of the gilded age
Yeah.
of the U.S. was 100 years ago, right? And that's where they're heading towards, or they want to bring that back now. So, anyway, I'd say, I hope it works out for the U.S.
All we can do is hope because
Yeah,
because it's not seen possible.
because it's IDK.
Yeah.
So all we can do is hope and wonder, right? And then
And just wait for whatever tweet or news comes
whatever
out.
tweet. So that's it. So beyond that, I think that probably there might be a little shock that comes like the first time, and then things will kind of normalize again, right?
So alarm, then it's a false alarm. Okay, the alarm
I
coming.
hope it's not a false alarm anymore. I hope that
A decision is made.
a decision is made, you stick with it, let the world just readjust to that, and just move on from there, instead of this, another pause for another 90 days, or some
When is it? When is the resolution
Yeah,
happening?
so when is this IDK going to go away, right?
It becomes a K.
Yes.
Or IK.
IK, I know, right? Okay, all right. So anyway, that's our podcast for today.
Yes.
And
So Trade this Tariff and Trade War Podcast.
Yes,
And
we will-
most importantly,
yes.
the IDK Podcast.
yes, this is our IDK Trade Podcast.
IDK Trade War. I like that.
IDK Trade War.
IDK Trade War.
Yeah, it's our IDK Trade War podcast.
And we don't know what
And-
IDK agreement is going to be signed.
Yeah, but we will continue to monitor what's going on. And then Arul here will look at the economic side.
I'll draw some graphs,
Yeah.
present some numbers. And,
Right.
Because it's all we can do now. Because
Yeah.
we don't know what the
Yeah,
numbers are
yeah,
tomorrow. We
yeah.
don't know what
Let's just hope all the best for all of us,
Yes.
everyone.
Hope is
And-
all we have.
Yes.
All right, everyone. That's the end of our IDK Trade War Podcast. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next Weconomix podcast.
Until then, let's strive to thrive.